Seattle, Washington, home to renowned franchises present and past, from the Seahawks to the Supersonics, but there is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Washington.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Washington State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. To the air, it's Mateer. And they fail to hook up on third down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Washington's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. First down here for the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for
all kinds of running room. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. He'll set up to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Latu. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything.
Into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And the pass is intercepted. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Washington. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Cougars will hustle to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the bat. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll run the option. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Reads it, fires complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Tight end finds a soft spot. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That's caught. It's Washington. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
It's such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Washington State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. Williams will pass. Oh, he makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The aerial assault continues. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Parker. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Washington State lines up quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Washington. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too.
Looking for a deep man. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now third and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Unleashes one. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Washington about to put it deep to start things in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah,
And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Washington.
how about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 15 to San Diego State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Hudson. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, get me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They ran it on first down, now on second. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Washington State will have to boot it away. Looking for a block. It's Washington. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Huskies! And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Off play action. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hudson. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Running it back, it's Washington. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create. You know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quickly complete.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On the move, it's Washington. They'll get down and put a stop to... They'll mark it at the 32. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams will pass. He makes the connection. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Open space at the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go.
Now, 4th down.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Mateer. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. A first down for the offense. The give to the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And in the every safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage, and makes a big play for this defense to score some points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Coming out with it, it's Freeman. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Washington State will have to boot it away. Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer,